Hello, welcome everybody. My name is Jennifer Capone, and I'm so excited to have you guys here tonight to learn more about the Tower Gardens. We are recording this, so if you are watching the recording, just go back to the person that shared this with you. But if you're joining us live tonight, we're so excited you're here. If you want to, for fun, in the chat, you can tell us where you're joining from. If you're out of state or you're here, or if you have a favorite vegetable or fruit. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen here and hold on one second. This is me with technology for a quick second. So let me reopen my. I had it open and now it is not open anymore. I'm reopening it. Okay. All right. So here we go. Oh, someone else is joining us. Okay. Okay. All right. So let me know, Melissa, could you see everything on the screen? Okay, good. So, and if anytime I do have a short, this will be less than 30 minutes. And if you can't see or hear one of the videos, Melissa, just text me and I will fix that for everybody. Okay, so re-welcome again. Sorry about that technical issue. So like I said, my name is Jennifer Capone. I'm a certified health coach and a Tower Garden partner. And let's get growing. So here's our little talk about the gardens. We're so excited that you're here. So just a little bit about me. So this was me about 17 years ago. I thought I was super healthy, didn't have any health issues. However, when my son was born, there he is just around 3, he's 15 now. But when he was around 3 years old, he had some health issues. And when I went to the doctor, she recommended, I'm just sharing with you a little bit about why I even know about the Tower Gardens, is because we were on a health journey back then. And I was trying to figure out what was wrong with him. And the doctor just shared with me an easy way to get more fruits and veggies in his body. But also at the time I was having difficulty getting pregnant. And then after I added something called Juice Plus to my diet, it's just a variety of raw juiced fruits and veggies in capsules or gummies. It just helped improve my health. I was more balanced. I was able to have another child. And this is how I actually took this yesterday, but this is how our life is today. So back then I had allergy issues. I was on 3 different allergy medications. Like I said, my son was sick all the time. My husband had high cholesterol. Today, we have no more allergies. We breathe freely. We rarely visit the doctor. Well visits only. Significantly, my husband's lowered his cholesterol. My autoimmune issues are under control. I used to have nodules on my thyroid and all the things, and I am totally clear. And we just have better energy than we did in the past. So what is Juice Plus? It's a food, not a multivitamin. It's raw fruits and vegetables, capsules and gummies. It's certified third party, so you know that it's safe. Most things you buy in the vitamin store are not certified. You don't know what's in it. They don't have to prove what's in it. You want to make sure that it's third party. And it is the most researched nutritional product in the world. This is everything that's in it. So just imagine if you're getting all this nutrition in your body every single day, how you would feel. And last slide about this is it's also, like I said, the most researched nutritional product. We have over 40 studies of what it does in the body. This is just a handful of them. So if you are suffering with some health stuff and you want to know more, just get with the person that invited you. But the biggest thing is it just helps the immune system, and it just bridges the gap from what we should be eating to what we're not eating every day. I just love it. So now we'll segue to the gardens, because that was kind of what got me into wanting to improve my health and wanting to learn more about growing my own food. So this was my life before the Tower Garden. So I had a desire to garden, but I couldn't keep anything alive. I don't know if anyone could relate with that. I would forget to water my plants, which is a problem if you live in Florida. And I had issues with pests. So overall, I just decided, gardening was not for me. And I kind of gave up even after we built that raised bed. But here is my life after the Tower Garden. So look at all these things. It's gardening for dummies, basically. And people that love to garden love it. People that have a black thumb love it because they feel successful. I mean, look at this Swiss chard. Those are chives. The green beans are like the size of your hand, just amazing. This is basil. And that's my baby when she was little. She's 10 now. But so today I just pretend, I'm a master gardener now because the Tower Garden waters itself. So here's a little quick video to show you a little bit more about what it does and how it works. Okay, so that's just a cute, fun video. I'm just going to stop sharing a second because it says someone's trying to get on and they're not. Okay, I don't see anything. So, okay, sorry about that. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't missing anyone. Okay. So here we go. So this is why we love the Tower Gardens. They are the future of growing. I like to say you could grow produce on your patio, even indoors. So these are just some fast facts. They use 98% less water than an in-ground garden, 90% less space, so very sustainable, 30% more yield than in-ground, and it grows 3 times faster. So you're going to be eating more fresh produce off of it quicker than an in-ground. Safe and nutritious. So those are the 2 different ones that we have, the Home on the left and the Flex on the right. So these are kind of the same facts that I just said, but it recycles 100% of the nutrients in water using a closed system technology, and it helps eliminate the need for pesticides and herbicides, producing clean, fresh food. So you go out there, you just pick what you want to eat. If you want to rinse it off, you can, but it's just amazing. We just pick things right off of it and eat it. Mm-hmm. So here, okay, so why Tower Garden? So here, I'm just going to break down some cost efficiency of it. So produce is expensive, and we know it's getting even more expensive by the day. So what I did is I said, okay, let me go to Publix and purchase just 4 things that I know you can grow on the Tower Garden and see how much that was. So what I did is I just bought some peppers, celery, spinach, and zucchini. So these 4 things, and I think only one of them was organic, cost me $16.18. So I'm like, okay, if that was only the produce I ate for the week, it cost me $16.86 that week. Well, what if that was the only thing we ate every week for the month? It would cost $67. So that's more than the monthly payment for a Tower Garden for only 4 veggies for the week. So versus you could be growing 20 different plants monthly for a payment of around $51 to $55. Actually, it's around $55 with the tax and shipping. for only 12 months. So, and then after it's paid for, your produce is pretty much pennies. And I'm going to go over the maintenance of that in a second. So here's a quick video that under 2 minutes that shows you how it works. It's pretty neat. Uh-oh. Sorry, guys. I'm just showing you how quickly it grows, which is pretty awesome. So that's 4 weeks. Isn't that crazy? So you're eating all of that in a month.
Tower Garden's state-of-the-art aeroponic vertical garden system uses both water and air to produce more colorful, better tasting, and incredibly nutritious fruits, vegetables, and herbs. Tower Garden has a 20-gallon reservoir at its base that stores the Tower Tonic nutrient solution. Developed by experts in plant and human nutrition, Tower Tonic Mineral Blend enables superior plant growth and better nutrition from your Tower Garden produce. The process begins once the seedlings have been placed in your Tower Garden. Here they will be nourished with Tower Tonic nutrient solution. Inside the reservoir is a small, low-wattage submersible pump. The pump pushes the nutrient solution up through the tower to the top. From there, the nutrient solution drips through the central tower using a special device that evenly cascades the solution over the exposed plant roots. On the journey down the tower, the nutrient solution feeds the roots and becomes highly oxygenated as it cascades gently down the reservoir. This process is continuous, providing fresh oxygen, water, and nutrients to the roots of the plants. This patented aeroponic process enables food crops to grow faster than they would in soil, so they can be harvested more often. And it makes Tower Garden a healthier, easier, smarter way to grow your produce.
Oh, I didn't mean to go backwards. Come on, we're going forwards. All right, here we go. I love that the little jingle in that cartoon. Okay, so here are the two. So we have 2 different gardens that you can learn more about. So this one on the right is Tower Garden Flex. So this one's ideal. You could use it indoors or outdoors. Indoors, of course, you need the grow lights. It has a larger 30-inch base, and it has 20 different planting ports on it. I'm using my hands, like I don't need to be acting out the garden, but I'm Italian, so like, what do I say? Okay, so it's also, you could also get lights and wheels that are sold separately, as well as a cage to help support tomatoes and things like that. So this is the Tower Garden Home. The difference with this one is it has a section at the top. So it removes one of the sections that have 4 planting ports in it and replaces it with a baby or microgreen section. And that section's great, obviously, for microgreens, baby greens, strawberries, some small herbs. And then on that one, you have 16 instead of 20 of the smaller ones. So altogether, you have 32 openings for plants on the home versus the flex. But those 16 at the top, you're kind of limited on what to grow in there. But if you like those types of things, you're getting more opportunities for different plants. So either the grow lights fit on either unit. And the biggest difference though with the home is it does have a smaller base. So it was originally made for more indoor use, but we now have a cage that you can buy with the home as well that helps support it outside. And the home also has wheels that come attached to it. That's why it's a little bit more expensive, not just slightly. And it also has a water level monitor, so you could kind of visually see if it's running out of water. So, but the gallons wise, the Flex holds 20 gallons, the home holds 13. So here's another comparison with the cost. So the Tower Garden Flex, so the base unit is $670 if you pay in full. Or the company, which I love, they do these hassle-free monthly payments. It's not a credit thing or anything. It's an honor system. The company's amazing. They just ship it out to you for that first payment. I think there's like $1.25 handling fee per month if you do the payments. and they spread it over the course of the year. So it ships out to you for around $56 for the basic unit. But if you want to add on the cage or the dolly or an extension, you can grow an extra 8 plants on there. It just brings up the fee a little bit per month. And then you could also add the lights for $325. So on the home unit, the base unit is $725 versus $670 because the lights are attached. I mean, the wheels are on the bottom. Or $60.42 per month. With the lights, it's $1,020 or $85 per month. And now you can also have a cage for the home for $90. So it does, it is a little bit of an investment up front, but what I like to tell people is think of it as redirected spending. The first month, it is an investment, that first payment, but by that second month, you're eating your lettuce off of it. So you're not buying your lettuce in the store. Your herbs, you're eating your herbs off of it. You are, of course, fruit bearing things will take a little bit longer to grow, but celery, all your greens you wouldn't be buying in the store. But this right here just shows you, we like to say there's a return on your investment in about 6 months. So this is someone that they grew these things on their garden for 6 months, compared it to what they would have paid in the store. And this was done about 5 or 6 years ago. So I'm sure the produce cost would be a little bit more today, and then added up what the value would have been. So this is where around the 6-month mark we say. But after, your tower garden's paid for, I'm going to show you briefly in a second how minimal the maintenance fees are. Your 1 tower garden, we estimate, would save you over 10 years about $5,000 to $12,000 dollars. And 3 tower gardens, some people have 3 for a larger family, around $17,000 to $37,000 in maintenance. I mean, sorry, I got distracted. in for your produce costs. Okay, so next slide here. So this is something I love. So we did a study at the University of Mississippi comparing, because we wanted to know, okay, how does it compare to in-ground gardening? And this is where we had those statistics I shared earlier from. So what they did is they grew 8 different crops. The University of Mississippi is known for the horticulture program. They grew 8 different crops, the same ones in ground, like best practices, and the same ones on our tower garden. And what they saw, this is where we learned that there was a 30% more yield across the 8 different crops, which is pretty awesome. So what can you grow in a garden? So I'm going to visually show you that right now. So here is a little side by side of the 2. So if you were to grow, this is both the Flex, but just a comparison of what you can grow indoors versus outside. So this one they're saying is like the chef's tower garden. So maybe at the bottom, they have cucumbers, eggplant, squash, tomatoes. Another section with broccoli, peppers, collard greens, green beans, peas, cabbage. So you can see this amazing variety of things that you can grow. So you basically, the only things you cannot grow or they recommend you do not grow root vegetables, but anything that also grows on a tree or a bush. Everything else you can grow on the garden. Indoors, it's a little bit more limited, of course, with the fruit bearing things. But I have seen people grow tomatoes and things indoors as well. So here's some good pictures that I've gathered from people I know of things that they've grown. So here's some peppers. These are all, look at those green beans. They're so delicious. Tomatoes. This was someone that has 3 tower gardens. They're 1-day harvests from their 3 gardens. Those are my babies when they were little. They steal those, those strawberries. They taste so good. So it's just so much fun. There's an eggplant. So a lot of people wonder, when you get your garden, what does it come with? So here's everything you get with your garden. It ships, everything comes together in one box, unless you get some accessories. It's going to come with the seeds, your timer, your pump, your nutrients to get started, and a pH kit. Now, the nutrients that you get will last you about 2 to 3 months. They're a starter set. So the only maintenance with the garden is to replace the nutrients, which you can get, from the person you got the garden from, and just regrowing some other seeds, obviously, when your other plants grow outgrow themselves. So the nutrient blend, it comes with a starter set. The replacement is only $60. Mine, I just did a generous estimate, but I normally just buy one set per year. So $60 per year I'm spending on the nutrients. If you buy a second thing of nutrients, it's just another 60. So that's where I got the 120 from. If you want to replace the seeds or the rock wool, you can get that. This is the rock wool right here that you use as the medium. So there's no dirt. You get 100 of those for 20 bucks. It's so cheap. And then you could just, keep using the seeds they sent you. You can get some seeds in the store. So I did kind of a high estimate. My yearly, I feel like I spend less than $100 a year for my produce that I'm growing on my garden versus paying 160 probably per week on things that I'm growing. So I think that was a pretty good deal, right? So here's how you start your seeds. So I start mine inside. This is the rock wool, and you just put a few seeds in there. You cover it with this vermiculite. It's like a cork substance that helps protect the seeds from the sun. And they just sprout up in a few days, and you just pop them in. It's easy as that. Kids love to start them. And Tower Gardens are great in schools. So these are some schools that I've shared the gardens with. If you know of any teachers or schools that you think would be interested, just let the person that invited you to this know. They would love to share with the school. They're also seen all around the country. Like this is O'Hare Airport in Chicago that uses their produce for restaurants there. This is a restaurant in New York City that uses the produce there. And I recently heard, if you're here locally, Orange County Convention Center has a bunch of Tower Gardens, and they use those to feed when they have events going on in there. And recently I met a woman that said during COVID, because they didn't have anything going on in the convention, they actually donated the produce to a local nonprofit, which I thought was amazing. So I just love how the Tower Gardens give back. So here, this is the last short video I'm going to share with you, which just shows some people sharing about what they love about the gardens. And right after this, we're going to wrap it up with some Q&A, and we'll be done in about 5 minutes.
My tower gardens are amazing. The aeroponic gardening system I absolutely love. I have this one that's complete of tomatoes, beefsteak and cherry tomatoes and basil. Then the other one's just a mixture of like chard and broccoli and all my favorite different fruits and vegetables I have. And now my third one is going to have different herbs, so like lavender and thyme and sage.
I would spend probably about $50 a week on organic fruits and vegetables, and now I don't have to do that. I also juice every day, so I get all my kale and all my chard from there and anything else I'm going to put in there. So I love that thing because it tastes good. It really does. And I have no Greek thumb. I can't grow anything, and I've been able to get things to grow. The best tomato I had last summer was from my tower garden.
This is my first time ever seeing celery grow from start. And we have huge stocks of celery. My wife's a big strawberry fan, so we've done strawberries.
All winter long, we've been able to grow fresh produce in our living room. It makes a nice centerpiece and talking piece. Move the coffee table out, move the tower garden in. And it's been really fun for my family and my kids.
It becomes such an amazing experience for them because they get to go and they get to pick it themselves.
I told them, you can just walk right up to it and eat from it. And they love that. We have salad party day. We harvest our tower garden, and the kids are having their salad party and coming back and asking for more salad, please. You're doing the right thing.
And the joy of feeding our family, where we literally grow outside the kitchen door, harvest from tower, the salad bowl to table. It's just been a wonderful addition to our diet.
And he does most of it now. I was the one that gardened in the soil for many years. He's now our tower garden farmer.
And clearly, if I can grow a tower garden, it's inevitable that anybody can grow a tower garden.
My tower.
Okay, so I just love that little image at the end. So thank you guys so much for joining. This was yesterday. So for Halloween, we were the Jetsons, and I said, grow like the Jetsons, have a tower garden. So if you would like to grow like the Jetsons, just get with the person that invited you here tonight. So I'm going to stop sharing and stop the recording, but I'm going to stay on for any questions.